Saturday afternoon caused a river to overflow and mud to accumulate in an illegal construction site in the upper parts of La Paz. Crews of municipal workers opened ditches and continued cleaning the mud that accumulated in houses and on the streets along the Inca Loyeta neighborhood on Sunday.
Authorities said that most of the neighborhoods surrounding La Paz are vulnerable to landslides since they are located in a number of slopes. The National Meteorology and Hydrology Service declared an orange alert 3 days ago due to possible river overflows following rain in the upper basin.
So much like in other parts of the world, heavy rainfall on Saturday night. This led the Pasajawira River to overflow in Bolivia. This resulted in significant flooding in La Paz's outskirts. Now, residents of Bajo Loyeta found themselves trapped waiting for rescue teams. However, a missing 4-year-old girl has sparked a frantic search amid this widespread destruction. Vice Minister of Civil Defense Juan Carlos Calvimontes has confirmed that ongoing search operations are happening. Hours after the rain subsided, rescuers were still searching for this missing girl in the inundated neighborhood of Bajo Loyeta. Emergency workers had to go through pretty much mud that, you know, when your shoes get stuck and you can't lift your feet out of it,
yes.
That's how bad the mud was. So it's really hard to dig through it. This happened all the way through Sunday. We mentioned the 6 residents that were pulled through already suffering from hypothermia. Their hair was pretty much matted with mud and sludge from the collapsed hillside. Soldiers actually had to help out to clear the mud from the streets. Meanwhile, the mayor of La Paz, Ivan Arias, directly blamed the poor construction of houses. You know, sometimes you see those houses perched on the hillside.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them actually exist without permits. Now, in a visit to the site, President Luis Acre delivered aid to the flood victims and vowed to hold people responsible for the illegal construction that exacerbated the damage, and also promised comprehensive recovery efforts, including an in-depth investigation. Meanwhile, Central America, other parts of it are battling similar severe conditions affecting communities and agriculture. But extreme weather is not just happening in other parts of the world, but right here in Indonesia as well, right?
Yes, that's right, Key. A flash flood has struck Nagari Kubang in Guguak Subdistrict 50 Kota Regency in West Sumatra.
A married couple was caught in the disaster and one was found dead while the other is still missing. The flash flood was caused by heavy rain and led to significant damage in Nagari Kubang on Friday night. It destroyed several homes and inundated farmlands, with 2 residents going missing.
A joint search and rescue team comprised of personnel from the National Search and Rescue Agency, Regional Disaster Mitigation Agency, as well as the Indonesian military and police have been deployed to locate the victims. They found the body of Refrizal approximately 4 kilometers from where he was reported to go missing. Authorities are still looking for another victim named Yul and focus their search along riverbanks.
Terjadi bencana alam banjir bandang di Nagari Kubang, Kecamatan Guguak, Kabupaten 50 Kota, yang mana mengakibatkan 2 orang terseret arus banjir tersebut. Kami akan membagi pencarian menjadi 2 tim. Untuk unsur yang terlibat, yaitu ada Basarnas sendiri, TNI dan Polri, BPBD 50 Kota, PMI, serta potensi lainnya dan masyarakat.
And as mentioned by Alan at the top of the program, we here in Jakarta were not spared extreme weather either, as heavy rain that poured on parts of Jakarta since Sunday afternoon caused several areas to become inundated, one of which is the Puri Mutiara residential area in South Chipete, which was inundated by 50 centimeters of water.
Yes, the rain also prompted authorities to shut down the 9th North Kemang Road in South Jakarta after the Krukut River overflowed.
The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency, or the MKG, recently predicted that the rainy season will last from November this year to February 2025. As such, they advise the public to remain vigilant of potential floods in the next few days.
Well, this one hits a bit close to home. This is literally down the street from where I live. A number of officers were deployed to this location on Sunday night to manage traffic around the Puri Mutiara Raya Road in South Chipete.
Heavy rain since Sunday afternoon also caused the Krukut River to overflow and inundated homes at Puri Mutiara 5 and 6 residential complex.
Water from the Krukut River also inundated 9th Kemang Road, which forced authorities to shut down access from Kemang to Duren 3, and this forced a number of road users to look for alternative routes. However, some choose to negotiate the flood regardless, which damaged their vehicles. Now, the flood hampered public activities and caused food vendors to lose sales.
Bukannya terganggu, ya emang nggak laku kalau udah banjir tuh orang yang mau beli nggak bisa gitu.
Jadi memang jam segini udah rame Pak ya?
Biasanya iya, alhamdulillah biasanya lumayan lah gini.
Baru dari pagi panas, pas sore ini menjelang sore ini baru
Hujan deras, Bu?
Wah sering banget, hampir tiap hujan dikit nggak terlalu gede aja banjir. Gimana gede ya? Iya, orang baru banget jalan nggak mau ke situ ya langsung mati.
So were you affected, Paul?
Yes, very much so. Since before the weekend and this Sunday night area, luckily there's a lot of small other alternative routes to get out of my house. But I do remember some of the roads having to be shut down because there's these dips in the. I'm sure you're familiar with the Chipinge area.
Yeah.
So whenever you have those dips, that's when the water tends to pool, and it happens to be a main access area going in two directions. So yes, I do remember some of the road closures. It did affect traffic. Luckily, though, if you want to look at the bright side, it was a Sunday, so there wasn't any work traffic. So traffic wasn't as bad as it could have been despite those closures. But luckily, it didn't last throughout the night as well. So there was a chance for it to recede.
So one day my vehicle was trapped in the inundated street. It was okay, but because of the heavy rain,
Right.
the street was inundated so fast, right? So there's no other way I could do.
Oh, you
So
were stuck there.
Yeah, and then wow,
Okay, yeah.
I have to compromise with the possibility of the damage to the vehicle,
Put it
right?
in low gear and just go slow through it. That's the best way to get out of it.
Yes, that's right. So we will move to this story. The 8th ASEAN Media Forum, or AMF, is underway in Vientiane, Laos today. This highly anticipated one-day event is organized by the Community Affairs Directorate of the ASEAN Secretariat.
And to find out more regarding this forum, we're now going to send you live to our very own news team, Alvin Kobulsha, who is in Vientiane, Laos. Alvin, good morning. What can you share with us about the forum and its key highlights?
Yes, good morning, Paul, Shanas, and Alin. Currently, I'm in Vientiane, Laos. It's also at the same time. It's 6:15 here in the Vientiane time. So I'm about to attend the 8th ASEAN Media Forum, and this is a one-day forum organized by the Community Affairs Directorate of the ASEAN Secretariat. So as it enters its 8th edition, the annual AMF continues to provide a platform for ASEAN to convey key messages of its goal, achievement, and challenges to the region media representatives. So we have all of the 10 member ASEAN member countries plus Timor-Leste journalists here. We will gather around for a full day time here to talking about several achievements and prospects about what ASEAN already achieved and wants to achieve in the next following year. So for the 2 days theme, mainly we're going to talking about the ASEAN Connectivity or AMPAC 2025. ASEAN Connectivity itself is a project to improve the physical, institutional, and people-to-people connection within the ASEAN. And the goal is to strengthen the ASEAN 3 pillars, which is economic, political, and social-cultural pillars. And the master plan for this ASEAN Connectivity 2025 focuses on the 5 sectors, which is sustainable infrastructure, digital innovation, seamless logistics, regulatory excellence, and people mobility. Some of the projects that is currently underway for the ASEAN Connectivity is the ASEAN Highway Network, ASEAN Smart Cities Network, ASEAN Sustainable Urbanization Strategy, and Framework for Improving ASEAN Infrastructure Productivity. So for today, the event will be started on 8 a.m. in the morning and it will last until 5 p.m. in the evening. We'll have welcome remarks from several ministries from the Laos, and also we're going to have a video greetings from the Secretary General of ASEAN himself, His Excellency Dr. Ko Kim Hoon. And for the first session, we're going to talk about the ASEAN connectivity that I already mentioned before, deeper and bigger about the achievement and the prospects so far about the connectivity. And later, after the lunchtime, we're going to have talking specifically to the Mekong sub-region development, which is also Lao PDR as a chair of ASEAN this year is being Aceh, and also along with the CMLV countries also. And the last one, we're going to have a conversation with the Deputy Prime Minister of the Laos PDR and also the Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Samsai Kamasit. So I will report you further later in the Secret Business and also the 3-hour news show, our key main talking points, key takeaways from this ASEAN Media Forum that is entered 8th edition this year. Back to studio.
Thank you, Alvin. We look forward to hearing further reports from you throughout the day from the 8th ASEAN Media Forum. Have a good one. That was our very own news team, Alvin Kobulsha in Vientiane, Laos. And on that note, we will now take our first break of the program. Plenty more to come, including more updates from right here in Indonesia when we return here on the C Morning Show. Stay with us.
Sudah dipastikan itu belum ada pengobatan yang bisa mengobati DM1. Pernah berpikir untuk mengakhiri hidup aku sendiri karena waktu itu aku merasa sendiri, sama sekali nggak ada yang bisa aku ajak bicara.
Pada saat yang bersamaan aku sama papa konsumsi sebuah suplemen dan papa waktu itu mulai drop beberapa kali masuk ke rumah sakit. Vitiligo ini sebenarnya bukan kulit yang perlu disembuhkan tapi mentalnya yang perlu dikuatkan.
What's happening now?
President Prabowo Subianto and Vice President Gibran Rakabuming Raka that took their oaths of office at the Parliament building earlier today.
Exclusive interviews and all the latest in entertainment.
We don't talk only about the money, but we talk about the timing.
Spice up your afternoon with a variety of up-to-date information.
Buenos Aires, Argentina, where Liam Payne passed away on Thursday.
Don't miss it with 3-hour news show every day at 5 p.m.
I'm starting my journey old style in this beautiful traditional Beluga sailboat. There's no wind to sail this time, Abea. Hello. Hi. When I found these guys, it's like Noah's Ark back here.
Since I was young, I had an intense desire to discover the world around me. This is my first time driving in South America. That hasn't changed, just the level of adventure. Now, every journey has a purpose. And each time I venture out to explore new destinations around the globe. Yeah. There's a biggie under there. I am following my travel quest.
I'm Eric Hansen. When I see a trail, I see more than a path from point A to point B. A good trail is the ultimate opportunity to explore, to discover new landscapes, and to challenge myself. When I don't have a pack on my back, I'm thinking about my next big adventure, because my mission is simple. My mission is to discover the world's most epic trails.
House of Blessing adalah rumah berkat. Jadi harapannya kita bisa menjadi berkat untuk dogi-dogi yang terlantar ini. Kita berikan second chance ini. Wadah di mana kami bisa memayungi atau memberikan keadilan bagi hewan-hewan ini. Di mana kesejahteraan kehidupan mereka ini bisa terjadi di lingkungan kita ya manusia gitu.
Welcome back. You're still with us here on the C Morning Show. As mentioned prior to the break, we've got all the latest from Indonesia in this segment, and we begin with a story that we have been following closely. And the latest update in regards to this is the body of South Solok Police General Crime Unit Head Commissioner Rianto Ulil Anshar was laid to rest at the Siri Napase Cemetery in Makassar on Sunday morning.
He received a police funeral led by South Sulawesi Regional Police Chief Inspector General Yudiawan Wibisono.
A gun salute marked the burial of Commissioner Rianto Ulil Anshar, who was shot to death by Operational Section Head Senior Inspector Dadang Iskandar. Authorities suspect that Commissioner Rianto was shot due to his involvement in investigating an illegal mining case.
His family grieved his death while his uncle, Indonesian Armed Forces Brigadier General Elvis Rudi, said that they are angry and disappointed of the shooting. The commissioner was killed by his fellow officer while on duty at the South Solok Police.
Kami tidak bisa mengungkapkan rasa sedih, duka, marah, dan kecewa. Kami semua sedih karena kehilangan harapan kami. Kami juga sangat marah sebenarnya. Marah dan kecewa. Marah karena ternyata kalau seandainya Anandarian mungkin gugur dalam pelaksanaan tugas menghadapi secara langsung pelanggar hukum, mungkin marah kami tidak seperti ini. Namun dia gugur justru di tempat yang seharusnya dia merasa aman. Ya, kami yang sudah mengampuni. Namun demikian, keluarga juga mengharapkan bahwa hukum tidak boleh tidak ditegakkan. Jangan sia-siakan pengorbanan Anandaria.
And regarding this case, the Indonesian National Police Commission visited the West Sumatra Regional Police Headquarters earlier to delve into the shooting of the Senior Inspector Rianto Ul Anshar by his colleague Senior Inspector Dadang Iskandar. The visit was welcomed by West Sumatra Regional Police Chief Inspector General Suharyono. A team will also make their way to the crime scene at the South Solok District Police Headquarters. They will then submit a report to National Police Commission Head General Budi Gunawan as consideration in taking further steps.
Memang sebelumnya sudah dapat data awal. Kita bisa melihat data awal dari media mainstream maupun laporan-laporan yang masuk. Kami datang hari ini adalah untuk bisa membuktikan informasi-informasi tersebut. Saya mau ke sana, saya mau lihat kondisi malam hari itu seperti apa.
And in other local news, the Indonesian Anti-Graft Agency, or KPK, has arrested 7 officials from the Bengkulu provincial government for alleged bribery.
Bengkulu Governor Rohidin Mersha had arrived at the KPK building in South Jakarta earlier yesterday, but remained silent on the case.
KPK spokesperson Tessa Mahardika confirmed the arrest of the 7 officials through a sting operation.
Benar, Komisi Pemberantasan Korupsi melakukan kegiatan tangkap tangan di lingkungan pemerintah Provinsi Bengkulu. Ada sekitar 7 orang yang diamankan dan turut diamankan sejumlah uang yang masih dihitung. Untuk lengkapnya akan disampaikan secara resmi oleh lembaga sore atau malam nanti.
Elsewhere, Bengkulu Governor and candidate in the 2024 regional heads election, Rohidin Mersha, arrived at the